Hello friends, welcome to our session on Introduction to HTML. The agenda for today's session is what is HTML, the HTML tags, HTML page structure, then HTML tables, HTML forms, HTML form input elements, and HTML form attributes. We have been using HTML because it is the basic structure for a web page, and when we come to web applications, the user interface has needs HTML as the basic structure. So let it be JSP or any other user interface or React.js or JavaScript or and AngularJS or Node.js or any of the JavaScript pages also. If it has to interact with the user interface, we need the basic structure to be HTML. So we'll just revise what is HTML here. So we'll see what's HTML. So HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages, and it is it stands for hypertext markup language. Here HTML describes the structure of the web page also, and the HTML consists of a series of elements, and HTML elements tells the browser how to display the contents. Now HTML elements are represented by HTML tags, and these HTML tags are label pieces of content such as heading, paragraph, table, and so on. So we'll be writing them in tags, and whatever is written in the elements, they are displayed onto the browser. Now, browsers do not display the HTML tags, but they render the contents of the page. Now, HTML page structure. Below is a visualization of the HTML page structure. Actually, the HTML page has got the HTML tag, the open tag, and the closure tag. And inside the HTML tag, we have two important tags, that is the head tag and the body tag. Inside the head tag, we have the title, which contains the page title name, and the page title is displayed over there, which can be displayed on the page head as the page header. And then the body contents we can have the headers like from H1 or P, that is the paragraph, or any other body input elements, or button, or any checkboxes or radio button, or different types of n number of elements that we have can be displayed inside the body, can be put inside the body, and that will be displayed onto the browser. So what is displayed inside the body is the content that can be seen on the web page in the browser. Now we'll come to HTML tables. An HTML table is defined with the table tag, and each table row is defined with the TR tag. A table header is defined with the TH tag, and by default the table headings are bold and centered. Now the table data or cell is defined with the TD tag, and the TD elements are the data containers of the table. Now the TD, that is the data cell, they contain all sorts of HTML elements like text, images, lists, and other tables, etc. So it is the text table data or table cell that inside which we can hold these elements. Now we'll come to HTML forms. The HTML form element, it defines the form that is used to collect user input, and the form elements are of different types of input elements like the text fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, submit buttons, and more. Now we have the input element, and it is the most important form element. The input element is displayed in several ways depending on the type attribute. The HTML form input element is displayed in several ways depending on the type attribute. Now the text field input type is equal to text defines a single line and input field for text input, and the radio button is input type equals radio defines a radio button. Radio buttons let a user select one of a limited number of choices. Now we come to the submit button. Inside the submit button, the input type is submit and defines a button for submitting the form data to the form handler. So using the input data, we have these are some of the important input elements. Next, we come to HTML form attributes. The HTML form attributes are form handler. The form handler is typically a page on the server with a script of processing input data. The form handler is specified in the forms action attribute, which passes the form data to a form handler. Now, next we come to the action attribute. The action attribute defines the action to be performed when the form is submitted. Usually, the form data is sent to a page on the server when the user clicks on the submit button. If the action attribute is omitted, then the action is set to return to the current page itself. Now we'll come to the method attribute. The method attribute specifies the HTTP method, that is get or post, to be used when submitting the form data. Now we'll come to the HTTP form, HTML form. Here we have in the HTML form, when do you use get method? The default HTTP method when submitting form data is get, and the length of the URL is limited to 2048 characters. Now, never use get to send sensitive data which will be visible in the URL, and get is better for non-secure data like query strings in the Google. Now, when to use a post method? Well, here always use post if the form data contains sensitive or personal information, and post methods does not display the form data in the page address field, and post has no size limitations, and this can be used to send large amounts of data. Now here on the right hand side you can see a form data here with the name and name label, and enter your name is the text field, and email address and enter your email is the text field again, and submit button. So this is an example of how a form JSP form will be displayed. Now here again we are using, when we use post methods, the post method transfers the data in a secured format. So this is all about HTML. These are the basics of HTML that we have to speak of. And so if you think that this session is informative enough, then please like this session, share it and subscribe it. And thanks for attending our session on Introduction to HTML. Thank you.